From a very young age, probably as early as 2 years old, I knew that I wanted to be a doctor. And the interesting thing with that information is that there was great power in the fact that I knew what was going on and I knew that this was going to happen. And the idea is because of that knowledge, because I actually had that information, my life was different. Each step of the way, I was able to make choices. I was able to make decisions based on what I knew. So really what it comes down to is I knew who I was, I knew where I was going, and ultimately I knew what I was here for. So let me explain this process, this concordance. I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and one of my words for this year is concordance. I would like basically every individual to be able to become concordant or be concordant. And I want to be concordant myself. And one of the ways that we do that, one of the ways that we actually allow this to happen is through the 3 C's: character, compass, and calling. Character, by character, I mean knowing who you are. By compass, I mean knowing where you're going. And by calling, knowing what you're here for. And you notice that it's a circle and it's continuous because you have to always remember who you are. So as you get into your calling, as you start doing what you're supposed to be doing, you want to make sure you remember who you are and you don't get caught up in the pride cycle where you start to think you're better or more important or whatever than anybody else. So really the idea, you are extraordinary and you have an extraordinary opportunity and responsibility to change the world. And there's things that only you can do. So you need to understand who you are. You need to understand your strengths, talents, and weaknesses. You need to understand where you're going so you can actually make the choices that are going to get you there. And you need to understand why you're here so that you can have that impact and that influence that can only happen if you're part of it. So one of the secrets that I was given as a young child was the ability to know who I was. To understand that I am a child of God, to understand that I was born extraordinary, that I was born a king, with the ability to be a king. I was given the opportunity to know where I was going, what I was going to accomplish, and I was expected to be successful and do something with my life. And I was given the opportunity to understand what I was supposed to do so that as I stepped into school, as I stepped into work, I could actually step into areas and situations where I could change the world, where I could touch individual lives, and where I could truly make things happen. So what I'm inviting you to do is to be concordant. I'm inviting you to make the choices to understand who you are, where you're going, and ultimately what you're here for. I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and have a great rest of your day.